Hi, I'm Dr. Jacques Zaneveld, founder and CEO of Lazarus 3D, where we're helping doctors operate with confidence. You know there's a problem when you're learning how to do a surgery on a pumpkin. Unfortunately, surgeons today don't have good ways to learn hands-on skills other than doing them on patients. In fact, it gets worse. A recent report from CNBC showed that doctors are learning how to do surgeries by watching YouTube videos. Let's think about what this really means. You take a resident who has limited hands-on experience, and before a serious surgery, they will go to YouTube, watch the steps of that surgery, and then they're faced with something like this. Something is fundamentally wrong with the way surgeons are preparing for surgery. And this leads to a massive burden on our society. The cost of medical errors is over 250,000 deaths per year. That's over 10% of all deaths, according to a study from Johns Hopkins. And this leads to an economic burden of over $20 billion per year. Like Dr. Macri says, it boils down to people dying from the care that they receive rather than from the disease for which they are seeking care. This is something that needs to change. At Lazarus 3D, we've developed the solution. We've developed a patented technology that allows us to build an exact physical replica of your body from your data overnight. That allows surgeons for the first time ever to rehearse an upcoming surgery. And rehearsals are something that airline pilots and baseball players do. Our surgeons should too. I'm going to show you a video of a surgery on one of Lazarus 3D models, but I want to warn you, even though this isn't a real surgery, it looks a lot like one. Here you can see a breast tumor being removed from a model of a patient that we built. And this video shows you several key features of our technology. We can recapitulate bleeding, we can include multiple different tissue types, we can get realistic surgical planes. And what this means is that when you operate on a Lazarus 3D copy of a patient, you can learn important skills and lessons that transfer to the actual treatment of that specific patient. We can do all of this in less than 24 hours, and here's how we do it. We start by taking your MRI or CT scan data. We analyze that to build a computer 3D design of all of the important tissues relevant to the surgery. We then use our patented in-house production process here in Oregon to build an exact copy of the patient. And we can then deliver it to the physician within 24 hours using overnight shipping. This isn't just theoretical. Lazarus 3D technology is already saving lives. So here on the left, you can see Laura. She unfortunately had a complex case of kidney cancer. And additionally, English was not her first language, so communication with her physician was difficult. Dr. Wasson was working with us, and so we built an exact copy of Laura's anatomy that he first used to help make sure Laura and her family understood the challenge that she was facing and the treatment options available to her. Next, when she elected for surgery, he did rehearsals on the Lazarus 3D model of Laura. Now, when you do kidney cancer surgery, because your kidneys filter the blood, we have to cut off blood flow to the kidney or you'll bleed too much. But when you clamp the renal artery, your kidney starts dying because it's not getting any oxygen. In this case, because he practiced on a Lazarus 3D model, Dr. Wasson was able to identify that actually only one branch of the renal artery was feeding into Laura's tumor. That meant that he was just able to clamp that one branch, limiting ischemic damage to Laura's kidney. Now, this of course improved her outcomes. It's going to help make sure she doesn't end up with chronic kidney disease or kidney failure. And if we calculate how much cost savings that would provide to an insurance provider, it's about $40,000 from this one case. So what we can see is that using Lazarus 3D technology improves outcomes, it helps doctors do the best job that they possibly can, and it helps save money. This solution is far superior to that of our competitors. So already on the market, there are 3D printed hard plastic models, for example, from Stratasys and 3D Systems. These allow you to look at patient's anatomy, but they don't allow you to actually do anything with it. Similarly, there are virtual reality and augmented reality visualizations of patient data, but they suffer from the same critical flaw. And that is, if you're doing a delicate surgery and you want to prepare, you should prepare by actually doing a delicate surgery, not just looking at something. That's something that you can only do on a Lazarus 3D model. We already have current paying customers that include some of the top companies and top hospitals in the country. In particular, we're already working with the Cleveland Clinic, ranked #1 in the country for urology care, as well as MD Anderson Cancer Center, ranked #1 in the country for cancer treatment. The medical device companies working with us include Boston Scientific, Medtronic, Johnson & Johnson, and Intuitive Surgical. This has led to over $2.3 million in sales to date. That's through Q2 of 2020. And as you can see, our sales have continued to exponentially grow. We've hit a number of other major milestones. Our core utility patent was already issued last year, and a second patent is about to issue with all of our claims, major claims having been accepted by the USPTO. We were also issued medical billing codes, those are CPT codes, by the American Medical Association. That provides a pathway for us to bill for this new type of medical device against insurance. And actually, insurance providers are already interested in this technology. We've had top-level discussions with Humana, one of the largest insurance providers in the country. We were also issued a healthcare provider number. So Lazarus 3D is now a healthcare provider like an MRI diagnostic clinic would be. And we've also submitted our FDA 510(k) application for our patient-specific soft models. All of this is only possible because of our incredible core team that has dedicated themselves selflessly to make sure this technology comes to fruition. We have core competencies in science with 2 PhD scientists holding over 40 publications and over 1,000 citations, as well as 2 incredible engineers, including one who has extensive experience in medical device sales and marketing. We've supported our company so far by selling training models. Those do not require FDA approval, but we see the big opportunity here as patient-specific models paid for by insurance. As soon as we're FDA approved, which we anticipate will be Q1 of 2021, we'll be able to sell patient-specific models for use in treatment of patients paid out of pocket. We're also approaching insurance providers to try and get them to help us cover feasibility studies, which would likely be in a smaller network like a specific hospital, so that we can better test this technology, determine exactly how much ROI we are going to provide for the health insurance providers, and determine how much of a benefit we're going to provide to patients. We anticipate that will lead to full-fledged insurance coverage nationally in 2023, when we will sell patient-specific models paid for by insurance. Our business model is to be an in-network healthcare provider within major health insurance networks. We will create physical models of patients paid for by insurance at a cost of about $2,500 each, with a cost of manufacturing of about $320. The first indication we're going after is kidney cancer. And if we just look at the really complicated surgeries and those performed by new surgeons who have not yet completed their learning curve, we're looking at over 20,000 cases per year. In 2021, we're going to build models for 500 of those cases, generating $1.5 million in revenue, which alongside our other business will lead to continued increase. We are expecting that we will continue increasing the number of cases covered slowly until 2023, when we get that broader insurance coverage. That'll also line up with our FDA approvals for use of models for cardiology and neurosurgery. And that will lead to a very rapid increase in sales. We're projecting over $100 million in sales by the year 2025. So all of this economic success is great, but what really drives our team is the effect that we're having on patients' lives. So I want to tell you the story of Mr. Charles Lewis. He had multiple myeloma, a blood cancer, as well as a complicated kidney cancer. So when his kidney cancer was first diagnosed, he was already on chemotherapy for myeloma, and he needed his renal function in order for his body to process those chemotherapy drugs. When he first went to a physician looking for a surgical approach to his kidney cancer, they said it's not possible because I'm going to have to remove your entire kidney because the case is so complicated. And then you're probably going to die because you won't have enough kidney function. So instead, that doctor was proposing to just not treat it. He went to another doctor and another one until finally he found Dr. Richard Link at Baylor College of Medicine. And Dr. Link said, you know what, you have a very difficult case, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it on a copy of you once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. He practiced and practiced and practiced. In this surgery, you only have 30 minutes to remove the kidney. And in the real case, because he had rehearsed on a Lazarus model, Dr. Link was able to do the surgery in 28 minutes and 46 seconds. Mr. Lewis was able to retain 98% of his kidney function, and I'm so happy to say he's still with us today. So I want to leave you with a question. Which future will you choose? One where if you have a complicated surgery, your doctor is going to go in blind, or one where they will have prepared, they will have rehearsed on an exact copy of you. They will have learned from that rehearsal so that they can make sure they won't make a mistake when your life is on the line. I want to give a big thank you to Oregon Bio. This is an incredible event, and we are seeking to form partnerships with insurance providers, with physicians, with top hospitals to help explore this technology. We're also looking at hiring regulatory and quality experts, as well as medical artists to drive our mission forward. So please join me in helping us, in helping Lazarus 3D so that we can make sure doctors operate with confidence. Thank you.